Welcome to Just the Tip, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. It's Mike and Aisha.
So this week's episode is dedicated to all of the multitaskers out there. Mike is deep in his graduate program, working, and I'm relatively time consuming. I like to think of myself as soul refreshing, and he busted out laughing when I said that.
I mean, you are soul refreshing.
I feel a butt coming on.
But you are. That's...
Are you trying to make this an and? A yes and?
Yeah,
Or using
yeah.
improv techniques? So yeah, this episode is really just a quick one dedicated to people who are juggling a lot of shit and maybe you're not a juggler. So let's just explore this because Mike is dealing with stress of, I would say not the holiday season, but really the stress of like everything outside of
I don't have like
your personal life.
holiday season stress.
I feel like if there was a mascot for Christmas, like the holiday season, you would be that mascot.
I think I would be the mascot for 4th of July because of how much I love fire. But I do think Christmas would be a close second for me.
I could see you adding explosions to Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a Christmas. You have
That's
like 10
basically-
Christmas shirts.
That's basically New Year's.
And your birthday is right after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm feeling stressed at work. And I don't want to be. And I like think that I shouldn't be. But like I am. And I'm trying to tell myself to just be the observer. Like to get new work and to say thank you for this new work. I will do it because that is my job. And to not like have it affect my mood or to have someone come back and say like, oh, we don't like do it different and not have that affect my mood.
I think it's admirable to want to strive to be in a place where your mood isn't being dictated by things outside of yourself. But I also think that you're denying yourself the human experience and allowing yourself to just process and feel the emotion. It's like the
I don't want the human experience of stress. Like,
okay, but what
we've
I'm
all had like enough of that.
I know, but I'm just saying that I think that there's something to be said about allowing yourself to feel that feeling and have it come up, acknowledge it, and then release it, versus I don't even think you're allowing yourself to acknowledge it. It's like you're not allowing yourself to feel it and then release it. The idea that you're even feeling it is like wigging you the fuck out because you shouldn't even feel this. So you're trying to think about how to dead the feeling from even starting versus just going with the flow. I feel like the great Bruce Lee said, be like water. And that's what he meant. I'm not just saying this because I'm a water sign. I love all my Cancerian people out there, mainly my Cancerian sisters. But yeah, I think you're kind of being a Capricorn.
Such a Capricorn of you.
You're such a Cap. Sidebar, my mom said, whatever you do not hurt a Capricorn man's feelings, because the moment you hurt their feelings and like disrespect them or something and their feelings are hurt, they'll never come back from it. And having been with you now for quite some time, I think that's true. Thanks, Mom.
I mean,
life lessons.
I've come back from plenty.
I'm talking about with me.
With you.
Not real hurt feelings.
Not real hurt feelings.
I'm talking about real hurt feelings.
Just like slights, jabs.
I don't jab you.
Oh, you've taken jabs.
Jabs?
Jabs, yes.
Are you redirecting your work stress at me right now?
No.
I'm like curious what jabs have
But yeah, I mean,
I've done a jab to you?
You haven't hit me with an uppercut. It's just been left hand jabs.
And okay, well that's...
And I mean, I hit you with jabs. Like, you know.
You sound like a step above a battered spouse. Or a step below a battered spouse.
Yeah, I won't use physical things because we don't like to joke about domestic violence.
Yeah, we don't joke about this
in
real life. If anyone is in a situation, this is like, it sounds like I'm joking, but I'm not. If anyone is in a situation where they like actually need help, really reach out to someone you trust and know that you don't have to be in the situation you're in, but depending on how crazy it is, you may have to really think your way through getting out of that situation. So with all that said, we are going to clean up our language because we actually are not in an abusive relationship.
Yeah, and we don't actually joke about it.
Yeah,
that's
we
like one
don't.
thing that we don't. We'll joke about a lot, but not that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah.
You don't
I
feel
think
like
the
you should
important
feel the
thing,
stress.
I think the important thing is to, like, step one, acknowledge that you're stressed, and I have done that now. And then I think the next thing is to identify where it's coming from, and it's only work. I'm actually not feeling stressed from school because I'm in an online self-paced program that doesn't like bother me.
Well, I think you're very disciplined, but also you're naturally curious, and you're also very smart. You're getting a master's in something that you know a lot about already. So I don't think that you've probably hit the part of the program that's like gonna drive you nuts.
The funny thing is that's literally why I'm getting the master's in what I'm getting it in, because I already know a lot of stuff about it. So like, to me, it seemed like, oh, this is the path of least resistance.
Honestly, babe,
the piece of paper.
You've been pretty smart about the way you've approached your education. So I'm not, hey, whatever works for you.
I've been like Bruce Lee with education.
You've been like water?
I've been like
So
water.
think about this. Let's explore that. How can you take the skills that you are using to successfully navigate your master's program and not feel stressed or overwhelmed with things that are also outside of your control? Granted, work is more outside of your control. Are there strengths that you have in that area that you can apply towards work?
So it's really weird because in my whole life, I've always, when it comes to schoolwork, I feel like it's my job to do the bare minimum to get by. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I know it's left me behind in certain areas because I will go out, like I will do everything I can to just meet that bare minimum for whatever goal, whatever the grade is that like I need to get into the next thing. That's all I care about is just getting the bare minimum. And for some reason, doing anything beyond that, even if it would benefit my own intellect, seems like, ugh, why would I do that?
I think it's because from what I've learned about you, you're a very logical person. So if you can't logically make that make sense, you're not going to do it.
No, but it's not logical because
it is logical. You're doing the bare minimum of what you need to do to accomplish what you want to accomplish. If you had to do more to accomplish what you want, you would do more.
But then let me say the other side of it is that when it comes to work, for some reason, as soon as it's work and not school, I'll put 110% in.
That's because you care about your commitment to other people. You're someone who really is a value-based, your word is bond. Like you really believe in being a principled person of your word. So I think that once your life affects other people, you're very serious about the way that you show up when other people are involved. And historically, you've been in an industry for work where if you show up and do less than your best, someone could die. Mm-hmm. So there's a reason.
But even before that, even before I was ever wanted to be a nurse, my work ethic and my school ethic were complete opposites.
I think that you logically saw that you could show up differently in both of them.
Yeah, but like the more I think about it, the more work you put into work, you're just benefiting others. The more work you put into scholastic studies, you're benefiting yourself.
So in theory, you should show up differently?
In theory, I should have it be reversed.
Well, one pays you.
Yeah, but
and one costs money.
yeah, like school costs money. It's crazy. So it would be nice if I actually do wish that I could like flip that and put in less effort at work and like just think, hey, I'm getting by, baby. It's all good. Like, that's how I want to be at work.
I just figured out what's going on with you. What's going on with you is you're new, and you haven't even been at your new job for more than a handful of months. So I think that you may also be feeling, in addition to that valid feeling you're having in general, like that idea of, oh, I show up and put more effort in one than the other. I think you're also in a position where you're learning so much and taking in so much new information that it's also overwhelming to want to show up and be someone who gives 120% at work, but also be brand new and also be learning and also have normal work stress and miscommunications. And I think that like you may just be maxed out for the role that you're in right now, and having to have a little grace with yourself that like it will alleviate. And I think when you're not trying so hard to ramp up and to learn everything and to know everything, and then you'll feel a little bit better. I think you're used to operating at a high level, and you were very senior at your last role. And I think that you're used to doing your job effortlessly really fucking well.
I know that being new is a big factor in it. And like the level of support that I feel is a big factor in it. And feeling like kind of like at times just left on my own to figure it out, which I have usually done. But it's a very new environment for me. There is like...
Everything's new for you with this role.
Like corporate email hung out to dry kind of stuff that like I haven't been familiar with. Like,
do you remember when you were first starting to go into like corporate spaces, and I wanted to talk to you about like how to like not just cover your ass, but how there's some people who may see you doing things in a certain way and direct that energy towards you. And I felt very like protective over you because you're so like effortless and happy and positive, and not like you all... If you know Mike in real life, he literally stays out of all types of bullshit because he does not fucking care. And like, if you know me, I have an opinion on everything. I like am just waiting for someone to ask me.
You're like lying in wait. You stay ready.
I stay ready. Oh my God, it's crazy. Sidebar, I've been watching... I was watching this video that Shan Boudreaux posted where like Lonnie Love on The Real was basically dissing her for really no fucking reason. But something that Shan said in her video was, you know, she kind of respects a television host having to go on TV every single day and share their opinion on all sorts of topics with very little preparation. And I was like, that sounds like a fucking dream job. You like... prepare a little bit on a topic, but you get to be in front of the camera and have a raw opinion, and you get to have an opinion about everything. I was like, oh shit, that's like what I want to do. Sorry to make this about me. This is all about you. That was a long tangent. I apologize. But yeah, I think it's amazing what you're doing right now, and I think that it's like a good thing for you to practice.
Man finds a wife, he finds a good thing.
Okay, sorry.
That's Bible, Gary.
We just watched Little, whatever it's called. Amazing movie. Okay, do the quote again.
Man finds a wife, finds a good thing, Gary. No. Man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. That's Bible, Gary.
Oh my God, Marseille Martin is like iconic. I felt really old watching her in that movie because she's like maybe 15 or 14 or something. I don't know. But I was like, I felt pure joy for a moment to watch this like beautiful young Black Hollywood actress having executive producer credits in this movie, and she honestly was fucking amazing in the movie. She has such amazing comedic timing.
Yeah.
She's really fucking talented.
Yeah.
And she's great on Blackish too. Like everyone on Blackish, her character's name is Diane. Everyone knows she's a fucking star. She's amazing. Anyway, I just felt hella old because I'm like, can I be like excited for like a 14-year-old? Like, is that like, at what level is it creepy? Also, when I was driving home one day, I saw these really cute little kids, and then I had a moment where I was like, oh my God, that's like why kids get kidnapped, because they look so cute. And then you were like, that's not why kids get kidnapped. And I was like, oh, you're right. I'm literally not like a sex offender pedophile. Like and I'm also not going to take anyone's child. I literally am barely a nut. I'm like a shitty aunt. I'm getting better. No, I won't say I'm a shitty aunt. I'm a pet parent first, and I'm a pet aunt first, and I'm like second to
pet aunt.
Yeah, which means that like if you need a godmom for your cat or dog, I am your go-to. There literally should be no one else. Maybe Tina. Honestly, Tina's the only other person that I could say could like compete with me in terms of being like the second in command for your pet's life.
Then why don't we have Tina watching Khaleesi for us then?
Well, because Tina had a hot girl summer, and Tina sometimes doesn't even have her dog. Pew pew pew, shots fired. I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're stressed at work.
Yeah, so hey, people out there, what are you stressed about?
I mean, we're going into the holiday seasons, and people get stressed out with family. People feel a lot of obligation to people outside themselves. I have a great time with your family, and I know that your family is like game time, let's go. Thanksgiving to the end of January. So like,
okay, for you, let's put it in context. There's like
he's
three
about to
things.
describe. Let's Mike, go ahead and describe everything leading up from Thanksgiving to the end of January. Go.
Okay, so we'll do Thanksgiving. Then we're gonna get a Christmas tree with my mom.
These are separate events, mind you. Each thing
events.
he says is a separate day, separate time commitment.
So that's 2 events.
Go ahead.
And then we'll have one white elephant gift exchange with a bunch of families, and then we'll have Christmas Eve, and then we'll have Christmas.
Keep going, and then what's after that?
What's after that?
Then historically, you used to have a New Year's Eve party, but then there's New Year's Eve.
That doesn't count.
Then there's your birthday on January 4th.
That's next year.
And I said Thanksgiving through the end of January is like go time for your family.
Yeah, well, because then it's my birthday and then my mom's birthday. Okay, so there's like 7 things.
There's 7 fucking things. Oh my God, sorry for your ears. There's 7 fucking things. I'm clapping my hands, which means it's serious. Sorry, Mike's yelling at me to not do that. There's 7 events, and he just said that's not that big of a deal. I am not a festive person. My family's festive, which, like, if you see the way my mom has up like 4 trees in a house that's under 2,000 square feet. It's intense. And if you see where I came from, you would be like, you would have thought I was raised by the Grinch. I'm just like, who fucking cares? This is stupid. So 7 events for someone who could do 1. Yeah. Am I stressed about the holidays? I feel like I should be stressed. I think
you are.
I feel stressed right now.
You are. You always do get stressed around this time.
Yeah, my therapist would tell me that I know that it's approaching. So what have I been doing to set myself up for success? So I really need to look at my schedule and make sure I don't get overly ambitious, because I do prioritize things with your family for the holidays. So I need to make sure that I'm like realistic about what I can do outside of that, and that I'm prioritizing some fitness and times to move and have mental downtime.
And to avoid stress for myself and for Aisha for getting to places that we are committed to at a certain time.
I just rolled my eyes.
We have a new strategy that we're going to try out where we write the time on the fridge. Like for Thanksgiving right now, it says leaving at 12:30 Thanksgiving. And that's so that I don't have to remind Aisha what time we're leaving and like keep her on it. That she can just, it's written down for both of us to see. There's no, she knows what time we have to leave. I don't have to remind her.
We legit had a whole ass argument about this yesterday, to the point that we were like arguing and we don't really argue, but we were like arguing as we walked into the house, and then we talked about it, came up with the plan, and then literally like a couple hours later, we were like perfectly fine, like laughing, and skipped to the car to go to Trader Joe's. And I was like, our neighbors are going to think that we are off our mood stabilizers. They're like, they were just fucking arguing. And it all centered around what time we leave for things.
Yeah.
It's like a real fucking thing.
Because
if you're listening, are you the one in your like situationship? Are you the person who's early or on time? Or are you that person who is like, if you're early, you're still late? Or are you the person who's late? I'm the person who's like, I honestly think within 15 minutes of the start time is kind of like on time early. And then
it's funny that you say 15 minutes. And then me, I'm the one who's like, I want to be there 5 minutes early.
Which is like, why?
Well, because I want to be on time, and so you always want to build in a couple minutes for traffic, parking, whatever. So you
I don't build in any time for that.
A couple minutes early, so that you're there on time.
I don't build in enough time to have left the house and forgot something and to have to run back in. I'm instantly fucked. I don't know why. The idea of getting somewhere early sometimes, just like certain things I get there early for, but the majority of things I'm like, why would I ever get there early? I could be doing something else with those 5 minutes. I guess I have a problem.
It's a fundamental difference between who we are. So that's why our strategy
I'm like casual.
is to have it posted on the town center square.
We're trying this out.
For all to read.
We haven't seen it work yet.
Yeah.
We'll
report
find out
back in 2 days.
So basically what we're doing is our compromise was we are going to write the time that we are leaving on this dry erase board we have on the fridge in advance, so both of us are on the same page. A lot of times I forget what time Mike said. That would not make me not late, but I definitely forget the actual time that we're supposed to leave. So I have like this varying degree of lateness.
In what world does that not account for you being late to somewhere? I mean, I forgot what time I was supposed to be there, but that's not I was late.
No, I'm just saying, like, because sometimes it's like I maybe have been ready with 5 more minutes versus like being 30 minutes late. That's what I mean. It's still late, but like 5 minutes late is different than 30 minutes late to me. I know it's not to you. Acknowledging that. But yeah, this is something I think a lot of couples or people who go places with other people have come up, but I am on time for some things. Like, it's weird. I don't know why. I think in my mind, I have to like value it.
Yes. I know that. I know that fully well.
It
That's
makes me
why
feel
it's
bad
frustrating
saying that.
for me.
It makes
That's
me
why
feel
it's
bad saying
frustrating.
it though, because I genuinely don't think less of where I'm going. I just, in my mind, I like when it's something that's more important to me, it's like in that it's high priority, but it's not that I don't care. Like, I don't want it to seem like, you know how people say it's disrespectful if you disrespect someone's time? Like, it is.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't mean to be disrespectful to you, so I'm sorry.
No, but just think about that. I know that when you care, you'll be there. So it's like
saying it out loud makes me feel bad.
So it's like, but that's why it's written on the fridge.
I thought this was your therapy episode. Is this my therapy episode? I'm stressed about the holidays and I'm never on time.
I'm rubber and you're glue.
Yeah, so we're going to see how this works because, like, I do acknowledge that I'm late for a lot of things because of my own self, and I'm usually not bothered by that. But I understand that I can't wait for it to become a bother to me to change it. I respect you and love you enough to, like, prioritize working on it because it will literally only benefit my life. Mm-hmm. The times I have been early for things, it's weird to not be stressed about, like, not making that one light.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's, like, weird to live your life when you can, like, miss every light and still get there on time and have time to find a spot.
Yeah, it's nice to, like, whistle while you walk and not have, like, pit stains from rage driving to get somewhere on time.
You know what I just thought about? I thought about the fact that, like, growing up, I just thought that when I got there is when it was like the party start. Like, it's like, okay, well, when I get there, I'm there.
Well, baby, when you get there, that is when the party starts.
I feel very fortunate.
That's also being called self-centered.
No, I'm not self-centered, am I?
No, you're actually you bring party with you.
I think that I'm very fortunate to have a group of girlfriends who kind of run on the same time as me. So, like,
I think they're just forgiving.
They're also fucking late. Minus, like, Natalie and, like, Iga. Maybe Cashmere. Hashtag name dropping. No, I mean, there's a handful of friends who are, like, there early. Jacinta.
Okay, so what do you...
This is running long. You guys, do you even know who these people are?
What are you guys' strategies if you're in a relationship or with yourself? How do you get to places on time? And then what are you doing about any stress you're feeling? Okay.
Also, would you be offended if someone tells you, hey, if you need to get somewhere, you can feel free to fucking leave me? Because that was also an option I gave Mike that he was not into. I was like, I promise, if you need to be somewhere that bad, you have my full approval to fucking leave me. And I would not hold it against him. He was like, I'm not going to live my life with the only options are to be there early or to leave you and to be there by myself.
Yeah, honestly, that's complete. That's not a relationship.
Is that malarkey?
That's malarkey.
Malarkey. Also, we're vegan. I'm veganish, you guys. I've had a few instances where, like, can I call myself vegan? So I think it's really cool. Mike, you're on 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.
Little quick vegan update to end the episode. We also are exploring new recipes. I will post the recipe we tried tonight. It was stuffed acorn squash. First time ever having acorn squash.
It was amazing.
It was really, really tasty. And I am not someone whose love language is acts of service, but I really am like team smother love. So it makes me feel good to like do things for people. Like and make them happy, like sentimental things. And I knew that like it would mean so much to you to come in after work and like smell the house full of food that you didn't have to cook because you cook all the time. So it was really exciting to cook a new recipe. It's all vegan and you really liked it. Mm-hmm. And we discovered like, you know, we explored a new food item.
Yeah, it was cool.
So yeah, we're going to share that. Also, a shit ton of stuff to eat vegan at Trader Joe's. I got a bunch of stuff. Pre-made food, pre-made chili, pre-made soups. It's really, really easy.
Yeah, I have lunches made vegan by Trader Joe's.
Yeah, vegan by Trader Joe's. Also, the cookie bar at Whole Foods has some solid vegan options. Mike may start giving his favorite dessert of the week. Oh, you also made vegan ice cream. Plant-based ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Oh, and I also made overnight oats. I mean, who are we? We're fucking making everything.
Overnight oats. I don't normally like mushy. Like I don't know.
You don't like anything that's textured mushy.
Yeah, I don't. But like I'm coming around to different textures. I mean, once you stop eating, it's crazy. Now that I've stopped eating meat and animal products, I feel like my palate has gotten more sensitive, and I can like enjoy finer things.
What are like the finer things you've enjoyed? I want to know what you consider to be finer.
Well, it's like eating a bell pepper. Like I ate
oats.
Yeah, like I ate a fried bell pepper, and it was so good tasting. Like it's like normal stuff just tastes so much better. It's weird.
You've been eating chemicals for so long. You're like, does actual food taste like this?
Well, I still eat processed foods.
Oh, that Beyond Meat bratwurst is hella processed. It was good, but like, you immediately feel it sitting in your stomach, and you were curious about how they made it so that it feels like you have the heaviness of meat.
So we experimented with the Beyond Meat bratwurst, and I mean, the flavor is great. Like they really nailed the flavor.
We had it with the Hawaiian roll buns, but then he realized that the buns have fucking milk in them, so he didn't have it, and I said, fuck it, I had 3.5. They were so good. Not lying.
The Beyond Meat bratwurst, the flavor is perfect. It's really good flavor. The texture is slightly softer than a normal bratwurst, but the look, the feel of it, the way it cuts, the way it cooks, the way you chew it is like really, really close.
You really do need to use something, either a grill or like a skillet that has the grill marks in it. Yeah, I think that makes it aesthetically look better.
Yeah. But what was crazy is that it actually also made me feel really kind of uncomfortably full and bloated after eating it, which is weird.
It's Beyond Meat. It's the full meat experience.
Yeah, I mean, it was really the full meat experience. Like I felt like I had like a golf ball sitting in my stomach, like not wanting to digest.
I think that also another thing that I think is fun is Mod Pizza is probably the best place to go for a vegan pizza with unlimited toppings for the $10.
Yeah, it's amazing. What I've done it twice now. You get the dough, whatever dough you want, and then they give you the red sauce, and then you just skip all the meat and cheese section, go straight to the veggies, and I tell them, I say, hey, can you just put whatever you can fit on there for every veggie? And you get this stacked supreme pizza. It's full of veggies.
Yeah. And, it looks good. It looks really good.
I learned, though, that the pesto drizzle has cheese in it.
That's good to know. But I think that the pesto drizzle isn't a game changer.
It's not. And honestly, you don't even notice it.
You could probably just use the Zog sauce. I would add buffalo sauce. I want to try mine with buffalo sauce next time, and the Zog sauce from Trader Joe's.
Then Mod also gives you marinara.
Yeah, I mean, basically, if you're not getting marinara from your pizza place, just don't go there.
Yeah.
Because it's a non-negotiable at this point.
Always get marinara with pizza.
Always. That's what we're leaving you with. But you can have pizza without cheese. And I think instead of chasing the flavors of meat and chasing the flavors of food that has dairy and whatever the fuck else on it, just don't. because I feel like I don't want meat substitutes. Like, the vegan pizzas we had are not terrible, but there's nothing better than just not having cheese.
The Daiya pizza was terrible.
Daiya is Daiya.
Yeah. It was...
Clearly not an ad.
I found it disgusting.
I didn't think it was disgusting, but I would never eat it again.
Yeah.
It was what it was. It was a vegan, dairy-free, meatless pizza with fake meat and fake dairy.
Yeah.
No. And I feel like with vegan cheese, they have to burn it at a really high heat. So it's like, what is this?
Vegan cheese is not... I don't think I need to try any more of them.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's kind of sharing that same sentiment. I'm realizing that I'm okay not having cheese, and I'm okay not having milk, and I'm okay. I've been a little like here and there with an egg, here or there with some like items. We went out for breakfast, and I had like an egg and something. But having it be the treat instead of having it be the constant has been really nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, what am I going to, like, am I going to cheat? And what is my cheat going to be?
Your cheat's going to have to be something that's worth it. But I think ultimately your cheat is still going to not be as bad as your cheat being in your constant rotation of your lifestyle. Yeah. So anyway, who the hell are we? We decided to go vegan before Thanksgiving. And we are going into Thanksgiving with family being vegan and coming up with vegan options. We're basically bringing all our own fucking food. And then we're doing a Friendsgiving where we're lucky you have friends who are also vegan. So we're teaming up with them to bring some nice items. For anyone else out there listening who's vegan, needs holiday plans, Plum Bistro in Cap Hill, they have vegan dinners that they're doing on Wednesday and on Thursday, which is pretty bomb. So yeah, go and eat everything up. Of course, this episode ran a little long, but that's okay. Thank you for hanging in there and listening to us process our stress and then be excited about our diets. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle change.
Yep. Okay, bye.
Thanks for listening.